I'm James Grooms, publisher, Climber Manuals. Many who follow our YouTube channel already know Sjaak Lucassen from the Sjaak the World feature documentary. Sjaak's back and he's taken adventure motorcycling to a new level. The Climber Manuals team is excited to be along for the ride in support of Sjaak as he goes extreme. As you watch, some will question, others will scoff, why? I'll respond with a cliché, why climb the mountain? To quote Goethe, be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. Good luck, Sjaak.
My name is Sjaak Lucassen. I am from the Netherlands and I'm going to ride a motorcycle on the polar ice. Eventually, I want to ride to the North Pole as part of a very extreme around the world travel. During my next adventure, I'm going to ride from the most northern point of continental USA to the most southern point. The most difficult part will be the ride from Point Barrow in Alaska over the frozen Baufort Sea until I hit the ice road near the Canadian town of Inuvik. From there, I work my way down towards Key West in Florida. For this adventure, I'm going to use a Yamaha R1 which will pull a sled. Hopefully, I will have the luck that I won't meet any polar bears, and a good guardian angel would help too. Riding a motorcycle to the North Pole is a long time dream, but that's not how it started. It started when motorcycle vacations were not long enough anymore. This resulted in a trip around Australia in 92-93. Between 95 and 98 I rode to the other end of the world and back. And from 2001 to 2006 I rode around the world. In 2008 I did my first real winter adventure ride over snow and ice and reached together with Marcus Kingma the North Cape in Norway. In 2009 I rode together with Doris Wiedemann from Key West to Dead Horse in Alaska, facing extreme cold temperatures for the first time.
On my bike it was 23 degrees Celsius below zero.
January 2013 I planned to fly with my R1 and a sled to Point Barrow in Alaska. There I will do test starts in the cold and test runs on the ice, without the sled, with the sled and with extra weight to find out how much the bike is able to pull. The sled will also function as a shelter during the polar ice ride adventure. So we'll have to do some test sleeping in it. When it all works, I will start riding over the hopefully frozen Baufort Sea towards Canada. Depending on how much obstacles I come across, I expect to cover between 1000 and 1500 kilometers before I hit the landmass again. Because of the terrain, it isn't the most logic choice to take a super sports bike on a world travel or on the polar ice. But for me it's the right choice, because it's the choice of my heart. And if your heart is in it, you achieve anything. And for this adventure it's also very important that I use a bike that I'm familiar with. When working on the bike at -40, I want to finish as quickly as possible. When I reached the polar ice in 2009, I noticed that the snow dunes are fairly firm. This made me believe that with big wheels it must be possible to ride over them. Big wheels require extended front legs and swing arm. Another main modification would be the construction to pull the sled. Handlebar calves, wires and switches to power the electric heated clothing are also necessary. I expect that the temperature in the far north will go down until -40 and colder. Starting the engine at these temperatures is impossible. So I'm going to preheat the exhaust pipes with a heat gun powered by a generator. By using a bike cover, the heat that doesn't go into the engine will warm up the air in the cocoon. If I leave that for a while and connect then an extra battery, it should start. During the trip I will use many layers of clothing because I don't want to gamble on one horse. I will also use electric heated clothing. The advantage is that I can turn it off if it's not too cold or if I produce heat myself if I have to work hard to get forwards. This way I can deal with temperature fluctuations without having to add or remove clothing. It's summer and extremely hot while we shoot this video. Therefore it's hard to imagine the cold that I'm going to face. But I'm ready for it and wished I could start right now with a polar ice ride adventure that is made possible thanks to the help of my sponsors and all the people that support me with this dream. Thank you all.
Oftewel, hier om je fiets vaak mag gebruiken en lang mag gebruiken. Kijk nogmaals. Gefeliciteerd. Echt op de hoogte.
This whole adventure you can follow on my website www.r1goesextreme.com and also on the Facebook page R1 Sjaak Polar Ice Ride.